News, insight into what it means, and the sharpest opinion. There's only one station in Chicago where you can turn, and it's this one. We're AM 560. The Answer.
Hey, you know this song, Bruce? Huh?
Let's see. Is that oh, yeah, that's the Salena song, right?
No, this isn't a Salena song. This is Cardi B, right? Please say it is, or else I'm lost.
No.
Who is it? Just tell me.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh, Iggy Azalea. Iggy. How could I get that wrong?
Oh, they play this for the Masters all the time.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Azaleas are coming out. Yeah.
Welcome back to AM 560, The Answer. Today's the day, sentencing day for Michael Flynn in a D.C. federal courtroom for lying to the FBI. But we're learning new information about the day that they went to the White House to interview Michael Flynn. And I'm articulating very much. Excuse me, sure. Bruce. But they asked him yes or no questions. I did not know that he did not have an attorney present. And there are people that saying he was forced into a confession.
Don't you think that it's at least possible that Flynn may have taken this plea because he was being bullied financially, because he was afraid his family would be prosecuted, and he may have had he may have legitimately misremembered his conversation? He knew the FBI had transcripts. This is not a stupid guy. This is an American patriot. This is a hero here.
Of the DIA.
A guy who understands intel.
Now, Mueller had said that he would be recommending no prison time, no jail time for Michael Flynn, but we'll find out later today. And with the latest on that and the possible government shutdown and Comey, let's go to Salena Zito, Washington Examiner reporter, New York Post columnist, CNN contributor, and author of The Great Revolt. Good morning, Salena, and welcome back.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Good. We're doing well. So what do you expect to happen today inside that D.C. federal courtroom?
That's a great question. I think, people have taken different sides on this, as we do with everything in this country these days. And, I honestly, I have no idea. I mean, based on some of the things that we've had leaked out about what happened with Flynn and how he was questioned, and Mueller indicating that there'll be no jail time. I'm leaning towards thinking that that's exactly what will happen, and there won't be jail time. But you never know with these things. You never quite know what's going on inside the mind of the judge, and so I think any speculation and getting it right is just pure luck.
Salena, first of all, I want to tell you that this interview so far is meeting community standards, but watch it because we want to be able to post this on Facebook later. That's a little Salena joke there. Yeah, she had a little problem a few months ago. With
I
Facebook.
don't know.
Oh yeah. But anyway, Salena, what we're hoping for is this right-wing bastion that you're on right now. We're hoping that the judge is going to say that there was prosecutorial misconduct. That's what we're going for. We know it's going to be zero jail time, right?
Yeah, pretty much. But you're right, and we don't know, and what will happen, obviously. But whatever he's done wrong, whatever Flynn's done wrong, if he's done anything wrong at all, I think what weighs in this decision is this is a man who has served his country and served it bravely, and I think that will be sort of in the mind of the judge when a decision is made.
What do you think of Comey yesterday browbeating our very own Catherine Herridge? Because I believe he's part of our family.
And also the President Trump saying he was a liar.
Yeah, but yet lecturing the entire universe, lecturing the Congress. He's the only pure guy in the world, Jim Comey, who doesn't remember things 245 times and was leaking things and breaking protocol when and making everybody laugh at that thing a few days ago, saying, "Oh yeah, we were dealing with these rubes in the Trump administration." How does he get away with this?
Well, he doesn't get away with that. What he does is every time he opens his mouth, he shows his cards, right? We understand more and more every time he speaks what of a God complex this man has.
Yeah, he thinks very highly of
and
himself.
Yes, and I think at the end of the day, what Comey's legacy will be is that not many people on either side of the political spectrum like him, because he's also sort of not been loved by the left. Only when he's saying disparaging things about the right, but they've had their moments not actually liking him as well. And I just think this guy just loves himself.
Right.
And
Are we done with him though after this? I mean, this is his second time he was called up to the Hill, for a closed door meeting with lawmakers. Is this it now? Can we get him out of our lives? Is what I'm asking you, Salena.
He's sort of like the Brady Bunch, and every few years there was a special bringing them back. I don't know if we'll ever get rid of him, because he just loves to be in the limelight. And if it's not him being forced into the limelight by like the Republicans, I think he'll find a way of inserting himself in the limelight, because he just loves it way too much.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I mean, he comes out there and he says, oh, yeah, the same old Hillary Clinton emails and the dossier. Well, yeah. Yeah, the dossier. You don't know how that was funded. You don't know that.
He doesn't know anything about Christopher Steele.
He doesn't know that there was a whole setup there. It was absolutely ridiculous. But he's been there, done that. The double standard between the way the Hillary Clinton investigation was run, where immunity was handed out like candy to all the attorneys, and then Michael Flynn is basically suckered in to not using an attorney. Yeah, he doesn't get his Miranda rights, but you don't also affirmatively tell him, oh, yeah, you don't really need an attorney. That's seducing him.
Yeah, this looks really that good. I just don't think Comey's going to go away, because he doesn't want to go away. Yeah. There are people in this world who have been thrust into the limelight who really don't particularly want to be there.
Yeah,
right?
He's like a bad boyfriend that just won't go away.
Yeah, and once their moment is gone, they disappear. And some people say, "Oh, they're not famous anymore," and these people are thinking, "Yeah, because we never wanted to be." Well, that's not Comey.
Yeah,
he likes this, and I think we will hear from him for the next 10 years of our lives, at least.
Great.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, he is pretty grandiose, because the guy who would get up there, and of course he played it for all the dramatic effect it was worth when he got up there and decided that he himself was going to determine whether Hillary Clinton was going to be indicted or not. And he gets up there, and you notice the theatrical way he did it, because he laid out these particulars against Hillary, which made it look like, oh, we're going to get her, but
right.
then,
and then
oh,
he
no.
Said, no, but
so it's all dramatic. It's all for a dramatic effect. And because I remember liberals tweeting while that was going on, she's going to get it. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, no, he's just trying to lay it out.
See, I thought she was going to get it when I was listening to it in the car.
I could tell that he was doing it that way, that he was, no, I'm going to lay out the case against her, but then I'm going to come in because I know better than anyone else, for the good of the country, what needs to be done, even though I'm destroying all the protocol in the world. And Rod Rosenstein is going to say that I should have been dismissed for that and that alone, Salena.
Yeah. I mean, you just laid it out perfectly. I don't think I don't think that we're gonna have at least a generation, not a generation, but at least a decade of him.
All right, so there seems to be no Christmas compromise when it comes to government funding. Republicans and Democrats separated by a wall. Do you like how I did that?
Yeah.
So what are you hearing in D.C. or from your sources about it? Is there going to be any compromise met? Are some of the workers going to be furloughed?
I don't think that the Democrats are in any mood for a compromise, and even though that's what their newest members ran on, not on this particular issue, but on issues in general. But the Democratic leadership is feeling very confident about themselves, and there's a lot of hubris going on and a lot of mandate things in their head going on. And I wrote a piece about this maybe 2 weeks ago, in that people that win, the parties that win, keep misunderstanding why people keep putting them in office and keep misreading their intent. Democrats think it's because voters like them more now and want to have them to wield power. And voters think, no, we just want to put the brakes on the other guys. We give you guys the keys for a little bit. And unfortunately, the Democrats don't have any stomach for compromise. So what I think will happen is that we will have a shutdown, and it'll go on for a while. And there will be no bending from the Democrats. And honestly, I'm not quite sure what the outcome will be. I think that's another sort of wait-and-see moment for us.
All right, you heard it here first. Salena Zito, thank you so much for joining us. Washington Examiner reporter, New York Post columnist, and CNN contributor, and also the author of The Great Revolt. Thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. You guys have a Merry Christmas.
You too. And she joined us on our turnkey.pro answer line.